This is Carolla Digital. Welcome to Hammer and Nails with Skip and Alison Bedell.
Yo! Hey, everybody.
In the studio.
Thanks for listening to Hammer and Nails again.
Oh, my God. They actually came back.
I know.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
You're listening to Alison Bedell.
And I'm Skip Bedell, and over there on the mixing board is Mr. That's Joseph Cumia there making a sound
Toby
good.
Tyler. He ran off to join the circus.
Hey, Joseph.
Hey, so we're
That was
in
an
this...
Eddie and the Cruisers reference.
Oh, really? That was a good movie, man.
Yeah, we totally blew it off because we didn't know.
Ran off.
I'm like, whatever.
Ran off with the circus.
So
we
up,
have so
girl?
much to talk about now that we got the third party in the room again.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
I haven't
we have
seen you in a
tons to
little
talk about.
stretch there, Mr.
How
Cumia.
are you kids? I miss you guys when we're not hanging.
I know.
We miss you
We
too.
do
We always
too.
have fun coming down here and hanging in the studio with you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a comfy spot. I made it comfy. I made it a man cave, yet like a place to be productive.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
Not
it's,
just to,
such
veg.
the environment to create.
Yeah.
You know?
Very conducive to creativity.
Yeah.
Got all the
say.
guitars on the wall and all that, like memorabilia and stuff.
Everything a musician would ever want.
You know, every
Keyboards,
time I
drums,
take a picture
guitars.
of the three of us and post it, everybody all wants to know about your guitars. And that, in fact, somebody just wrote a nice picture of Abbey Road on the wall.
That's a 3D trailer park version of the Abbey Road poster. It's in 3D.
I just wanted
like
to
the
also
velvet
before
painting.
I just wanted to interject before I forget because I want
Yeah.
everybody to take note that you are going to be at the Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center on the weekend of February 13th and 14th.
Hanging out with the cheesehead.
Cheesehead, eh?
Yeah, so
Hey.
we just booked our flights for there. We're both going to be there.
Doing the home show.
Yep, Skip's going to have some seminars, doing
Little
some meet and
meet and greet
greet,
and seminars
answering
and
questions, signing autographs, whatever.
Seminars.
That's
Yeah.
a sweet deal, Skip.
Yeah, man.
Sweet deal you got going there.
So,
It's a nice little gig.
That's going to be on February 13th and 14th.
I'm not
at
really
the
sure exactly what they want me to do, but I'm going to show up and
Yeah,
and
do whatever
it,
they
so,
want.
Yeah.
Do it.
Wisconsin
That's it.
State Fair Park Expo Center. And on April 9th, he's going to be at the Nassau County Home Show at Hofstra University.
Ooh,
We're
Hofstra.
excited about that one. That's a Saturday. We're going to be there from like 12 to 3, though, so get your ass there. Hurry up if you want
Give
to
my
see Mr.
regards to
Bedell.
the girls' tower over at Hofstra. The all-girl dorm tower.
Made many a visit over there, did you?
I spent a good part of my 20s in that tower.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
when you
that.
pass by that campus, it's kind of like a scene from a medieval castle. Like it's like
Yeah,
a tall
it's nice.
tower,
It
right?
is, right?
Like that's where they keep all
Yeah.
the chicks.
Well, there's a
locked up.
bunch of towers. There's like 4 of them. If you're going down Hempstead Turnpike, anybody that doesn't know, it's a local road. Hempstead Turnpike, right where Meadowbrook comes into it.
Right.
And you look to the right as you're passing by Hofstra, and there are the 4 big towers.
Yeah.
Well, the one that's closest as you're traveling westbound
Okay.
on Hempstead Turnpike is the tower that I spent a lot of time in. That was the legendary I saw Taya naked in the shower.
Oh, that was the story
that
you told us
story.
about
Yeah.
that. The Taya wasn't the one with the Furby hair, right?
Dorothea. No,
no, that was at his sister's college.
That was, yeah,
Oh,
that
that
was
was your sister's college. Man, you got around, dude. Check you out.
I was the college. I was like the college, predator.
Hitting all the
like-
co-eds. Look at you.
It was
man.
awesome. I was in my 20s. They were still like in their, late teens.
They were
maybe
still
early
like
20s.
You know what I
50.
noticed when you just said that? What just came to my mind when you pointed out the Furby hair on the back of the chick he was
Oh,
he was
yeah, I could
doing
never forget that
was
story.
that Adam has the same Furby hair.
Wow.
I noticed it when he like bends over.
Yeah.
And you can see like the hair that's emanating out of his ass crack up to his back.
Well, yeah.
He's got that.
But he's a guy. He has an excuse. Testosterone.
Exactly.
I don't. Yeah.
He's got
this-
ass crack
hair in
hair.
all- his hair
You
in
know,
all
but
the
baby,
places.
you don't have any ass
Hair
crack
in
hair.
all the places.
He's
Yeah.
got the ass crack
Girl
hair.
had estrogen hair, but that makes it smoother. I think it doesn't look like those testosterone charged.
It's the beard oil on it. It softens it
I don't
up.
know that he. He still hasn't taken a shower since the first of the year.
Yeah, but Carolla's on this thing, man, where he's trying to see how long he can go without taking a shower. No, the
What would prompt him to
fucking
take
Motley
one, though?
Crue. Was he trying to be the new?
I don't understand what the point is.
He tells everybody that he doesn't smell, doesn't have any body odor and all that, and he can go for a super long time without taking a shower. I have to say though, I've worked with the guy for years now. And
you've never smelled him?
No, absolutely not. And even all the people that work with him at his studio, all the lackeys, are like, no, he's come in. What did Gary say that day? Gary goes, he's come in many times from the set of Catch a Contractor and quickly had to rip off his clothes to get into the stage to start the podcast, and he'll take off like his completely saturated, sweat-soaked shirt from when we're working like 105 degrees out in the valley. Yeah. And one time he threw it, and it hit fucking Gary Heftard right in the face and wrapped around his head. It hit him so hard that actually he was soaked from the sweat. And he goes, actually, the guy does not smell.
You know something also I just thought of about that I have actually never said out loud.
What's that?
Is that while he may not smell, and I'm sure he thinks that he's clean because of that, something I have noticed.
He's very clean.
Something I have noticed, that is evidence to the contrary.
Whoa.
Remember that red checkered shirt that he wears, the plaid shirt, all the time?
Right.
That particular shirt. He's in every picture in that shirt. Serious ring around the collar.
Stains.
No, serious ring around the collar.
Oh, ring around.
Absolutely.
Well, if that happens if you don't shower for a while. It might not stink.
Even if you do shower, you still get it. So think about how it's multiplied.
All I can
Soaking
say here in the Ace Man's defense, being that he's not here to say anything himself, is that the guy doesn't stink.
He doesn't stink.
I don't know how he does it, but
you don't stink either.
But Gary actually told us he was on he's on like a 20-day stretch or something like that.
Yeah, since the first of the year.
Yeah.
And now it's we're in the fourth week of the year.
So, this isn't obviously the regular practice, That's not.
Right. I don't know what the point and what he's trying to prove.
I think he's trying to prove a point. Like he's on like a starvation.
There's different types of stench too. You know that body odors vary greatly.
Right.
I mean, there's some that are that skunky. Kind of musky, skunky smell, and then there's the fucking chicken soup.
There's bum stench?
Rancid chicken soup.
Oh. I never smelled rancid chicken soup. Is that the bum stink? All right, you.
What's chicken soup?
Yeah, rancid chicken soup, like that, almost like sweet dead kind of smell going on. It's just awful.
Well, the bum stink like that fucking asshole that was sitting next to me on the plane. That was the most serious stench I've ever fucking smelled.
You know what
that's
that is? That's like.
Why would that guy smell like that? But Adam doesn't stink.
You haven't showered. You got swamp ass, right? When you get a little swampy, and then you have that kind of that ass crack smell, sweat thing going on. That's not good. Combined probably with the shoes were off. There could have been some toe cheese odor going on. So, it might have been a whole bouquet of...
No, it was the only word that comes to my mind when I think about that stench is bum. It's a very
ass.
Classic bum smell.
Yes. Bum on the street, bum hobo bum.
Yes,
I thought you meant bum
no,
ass.
not English ass.
Swamp ass smell.
No. Like a bum in the street.
See, I get
bums, man.
If I go a couple, if I go a day or 2 days, 2 days without showering, maybe I don't get around to my deodorant.
Right.
Yeah.
It's especially if I'm on the road, that happens. I'm going to be on stage. No one's going to fucking get close enough to smell me anyway.
Yeah.
Except for the guys in my band that I like to make
deodorant.
Anyway, I can.
Cologne, you're good.
Well, it's kind of a skunky smell. It's almost like skunk. Like really good weed. That's what I end up smelling like. I don't smoke excessively. It's just I get that smell. It's very much like cannabis or like a hemp. Like a hemp kind of smell.
Wow.
So I
think it has a lot to do with what you eat too.
It does.
That's
if
why.
You
smell people on the street or whatever, and they have pretty much a liquid diet, which is mostly alcohol.
But even if you eat shit food, if you eat fucking hot dogs and McDonald's and fried foods every day, you just stink.
Oh, the fast food, man! McDonald's is not good.
The fart.
There was a period of time there, many years ago. I think I've talked about this already. When I was just super busy with construction jobs and stuff, and I was never out of my truck, in and out of drive-throughs for 3 times a day. I was living on drive-through food, and I got heavy during that period of time. But man, dude, did I stink. I used to smoke myself out of the truck. I mean, you know what?
Are you talking about your body odor or your farts?
No, when you fart.
Oh.
You know, like if you run away from your own farts, they're fucked up.
Oh, yeah, those are worse.
Because, like, you know, like usually you don't mind your own that bad, except for every once in a while you're like, oh, no. And you just start, like, running.
You got to get away from it.
Some farts
Find somebody to
smell
blame.
like, some of them smell like the dirtiest cat box you could imagine. Like, you ever walk, like, you know, close to a loaded up cat box?
God. No, because I scoop twice a day.
The fucked up thing is you can release like the littlest, like,
oh, even a little bit of it. Yeah.
like just like this. And it would be, and it's the stinkiest fucking. Where the hell is that? Where does it come from?
Yeah, and then sometimes it's like a full blown trumpet, and there's no.
Oh,
smell,
and then it clears out the fucking room.
And
with
there's
that
nothing.
one.
Listen to this now.
What is with that?
I've thought of this too. That's after it's in the air and it's been dispersed.
Yeah.
Imagine what.
Oh, God,
imagine being able to
concentrated?
stick your nose into your intestine.
That's the fart helmet. That's the fart helmet on Jackass.
Oh, Jackass! Do you ever see that? Do you ever watch? You seen Jackass? I forget if it's like 1 or 2. Remember they put the helmet on him, like the astronaut
tube.
helmet,
With the
tube, and they hooked it up to.
Guy's ass.
Even that, you got the air in the helmet, you got the air in the tube. How about this?
He
How
threw
about
up on the
this?
helmet.
Steve-O threw up on the helmet.
Just getting your nostrils, getting a perfect seal from your nostrils to an asshole.
Oh, dude.
Why would anybody want to do that?
To see exactly what like a pure
Unadulterated.
undiluted.
Oh yeah, undiluted.
An undiluted fart.
Yeah.
Because as soon as it hits
no
the
pure
air,
air mixed
the
in.
stinkiest fucking fart you've ever thought of. As soon as it hits the air, it's diluted by like 10 parts to 1.
Like fresh
by the time
air.
it gets to your nose.
Yeah.
Imagine how pure it is coming straight from the asshole.
Okay, so not only
You
is this
actually sit
as
around
a
and think
result of
about these.
two-thirds male in the room,
I got a lot of time on my hands.
but now we've also got mixed in some medicinal marijuana.
Wow.
Yeah, this is what the
Oh,
conversation
my God,
turned
this is
into.
Very funny, man.
Oh, you know what I found? You know what I had delivered to me, which I forgot to tell you this afternoon. I got in touch with Gary, who found the lost raw cut of the intro that we had done when Skip was drunk.
Oh, my
The
topic.
topic one?
Yeah, the topic. I found it. Now,
Thank
okay, what
God,
I'm going to
because
do.
I don't know if I might have accidentally
Yeah, no, I got
deleted
it. So what I wanted
So
to.
don't forget, what were we doing? We were doing like a lead.
It was an
right?
intro.
Or
Yeah, it's a thing that we put out on iTunes that everybody I think does before you do your first episode. Before it airs, so it's like an intro to tell people what your podcast is going to be about.
Right
now, Skip and Joe were drinking
Mangria, right?
I don't know if it was. I think it was tequila. No, tequila. Carol gave you tequila.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and so you were drinking, and so then I was like, oh shit, we got to do this intro thing and get it to Gary. And now by this time, because we had to keep doing it and Skip kept fucking it up, so now by the time we were gotten to this, I was like, oh god, you were like talking like an idiot. So you noticed
talking like an idiot. Thanks,
I mean,
Mom.
slurring.
The fuck.
So
You're
now,
talking like an idiot.
So
There was a
you were
script in
slurring.
front of me that I
Stop
was like,
talking like an idiot.
So. So
Carol.
Skip, now just pay attention to the word, what's supposed to be the word, topic.
All right, so if that's the only word that I messed up,
No. The rest of it was slurred, but you really fucked that one word up. So just listen. Now Gary also cut out the beginning of it when he put it, and he put some retarded music into the like little country music in the background, which really sucked. Yeah, but he cut out the beginning part, which we liked the beginning part because it was funny because I just thought it was like a classic like husband wife banter of annoying wife and
like,
husband being
shut
annoying.
up, bitch.
Yeah, listen, this
That's
is
one
it.
of those.
Thanks, baby. This is it. Hold on.
You said it right when you were sober. Let's start again.
Sorry.
Just don't sound like a DJ.
No, it's the first time I've seen this copy. So I didn't know we were doing this.
Okay.
You just
But
threw
we
this
did
at
it 20 times before we finally got it right the first
You
time.
just
when
threw
we
the
did it.
script at me with no
very
warning.
sorry.
All right, I don't care. Just don't sound like a DJ. Sound like us, like
Baby, I
conversational.
haven't seen this in like 30 days.
It's not that long.
You just emailed it to me right now?
It's not.
All right.
Just don't sound like a DJ.
Sound like a DJ.
Hey, I'm Skip Bedell.
And I'm Alison Bedell.
You may know us as the real-life married co-host of Spike TV's show, Catch a Contractor.
We're now hosting our first podcast called Hammer and Nails, which will be released twice a week. From having heard us on other podcasts and TV shows, we're usually known for making everyone sick with how in love we are.
Here on Hammer and Nails, we'll be routinely discussing several topics, including what's going on in our lives while we're filming Catch a Contractor episodes, and when we're off the season at home.
We constantly have things that make us scream, "What the fuck?" that we talk about.
We go over some interesting current events, answering viewer-listener questions, and we hope to make you laugh with our banter about what's going on with us lately.
Skip's going to offer some Skip's tips, and I'm going to talk about my latest obsession about something I bought or discovered how to do, and how you can benefit from it.
Our shows will either be produced in the studio with engineer Joe Cumia, or on the road OTR, which is the raw, mostly unedited podcast, with us while we're away from home.
Either way, you'll feel like you're hanging out sitting right here with us.
Thanks for listening.
All right, so you know
got
what?
That slurred
All right,
speech.
so here's what I have to say about
Topish,
that. All right?
topish.
Listen, that was a lot of script, all right?
How dry I am. How dry I am. Nobody knows.
It's all your fault, Cumia.
It's not my fault. It's Maxheimer's fault.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's your girlfriend up
Bartender
there.
upstairs.
That girl will get you fucked up.
I know.
You got to learn how to hang
really,
out
we're
with
about
Carol.
to record. You give me
That's a learned experience.
We're drinking tequila right now.
Topish.
All right.
Topish.
Well, thanks for putting it out there. So glad Gary was able to unearth it from the hidden files. Fucking asshole. You guys suck.
Oh, I love that.
All right. Well, you try to
God.
read that script. Like, there's a lot of, what, 2 words? So, like, come on.
Yeah.
I think I did pretty good.
Considering how intoxicated you were, yeah, that was pretty funny, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I liked it.
Give a man some credit here.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
But it's like it's out there now with that Topish
All right,
forever.
Topish.
That was just a cozy 10 minutes on the show. You deserve plenty of credit for that.
That's what I'm saying.
That was awesome.
Ah.
Anyway.
So what else is going on? Oh, you know what? Joe, right before we got here, he went out to dinner with his lovely
Viva
Carol.
Juan. We went to Viva Juan.
Viva Juan.
They got some good Mexican food.
And this is a good spot to bring it up because every once in a while when I see you guys interact, and sometimes you might have a little, sparks flying. A little,
we don't get really heated.
In which way?
Fuck you fucking drunk.
Like love or that
No,
kind of
that was
sparks?
kind of no.
Like
sparks,
banter.
Want to give it like
when
the
we-
evil side eye?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Will you knock it off? I can't tell. And you're like, okay, yeah, go ahead. Okay, yep.
Not all the time.
But that's every couple.
Not all the
I mean,
time.
I know, but I
sometimes I fire
absolutely.
back, and sometimes it's just easier just to not.
Exactly.
I let her do her thing.
Yes.
Let her.
Yes.
Let her.
I found that's what I should have done tonight.
Do
I
tell.
should have
What
done that
happened?
tonight? Well, we went out for a very nice dinner at the Mexican place that she loves to go to because they give you like 2-for-1 margaritas and you get a little bar pie that's kind of like a nachos,
Gotcha.
thing. And we were hanging out there for a while. And now, through the course of the day, I've been busy today. I had rehearsal with 2 bands. I ended up working on my pedal that I have to have ready for the Hendrix thing.
Oh,
I'm doing
right.
I have a lot going on in life, and my own podcast.
Right, the
just
Joe
a lot of
Cumia
running
show.
around. I'm doing a refi on the house. I had to meet with the banker. I had to get in touch with the guys for Friday's gig, work out PA and setting up and times and all that stuff. So
You're busy.
Throughout the day, my phone is my office. I mean, I use that for everything entertainment related, and that's my bread and butter.
Right.
So it sometimes carries over into the night. You can, you hear these guys that shut their phone. I shut my phone off when I'm out with my woman. I'll shut my phone off when I'm on vacation. I'll shut it off, leave it home, whatever. I can't do that. If I do that, it's money that I'll be losing.
Right.
And everyone knows the importance of money these
Sure.
days. Anyway, we're sitting at the bar. Eating, just finished eating, had everything wrapped up, and I was about to get the check. And she says, babe, I'm just going to step out for a minute. I'm going to have a cigarette.
You said it just like she does, right?
You do, Carol.
He even
so good.
looks
Yeah.
like her when he says it like
Well,
that.
that's because
You guys don't know Carol. She is like the textbook version. She's a poster girl for like the New Yorker,
Right,
New Yorker.
but she's the sweetest girl in the world.
Yeah.
She
So sweet.
has not a bad word to say about anyone.
Right. I just love it
She's
when
very
you imitate her
calm
voice
and
because you
contained.
sound just like her.
She's very normally most of the time she's calm, contained. She absolutely she comes at you from a very calculated place.
Right.
Like she won't go fly off the handle. She'd sooner be quiet and wait until everything calms down again. Well, I when she said she was going to go out and and smoke a butt, while I waited for the waiter to come over and give me the check so I could sign it and walk out. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of fucking Tommy from Goodfellas. If you remember the scene where he's sitting there, he's going, "Hey, it's Joe Pesci. If we, if everybody leaves out of here at one time. You leave at different times, you look like a bunch of fucking hobos. A bunch of fucking hobos. So everybody leaves at the same time." Well, she got up and, it's like, I'm going to go out and smoke a cigarette. And I just feel kind of like, you can wait there another 2 minutes. I'll even wait outside with you while you smoke your butt. The thing is, she doesn't like me to see her smoke.
Right. Well, because it's a dirty habit.
It is. It's a filthy, disgusting, nasty, fucking
stinky
cunt-doing habit. I fucking hate the goddamn habit. Can't stand it.
I wish I could take a picture of your face right now. Like when you say
disgust in your face.
I am one of those.
Such disgust on your face.
I'm one of those, former, I'm a former smoker.
Right.
I haven't smoked a cigarette in 20 years. But I'm completely and totally against it. Right. I'll even get to the point where I say, if you didn't smoke, your kids probably wouldn't be smoking right now. I mean, I get nasty. And
I even feel bad to tell you how disgusted I am by it because she doesn't. Yeah.
But
I feel like I'm insulting her.
No, you can pull no punches because eventually what happens is you become shamed into not doing it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or you do it and you just do it when no one's around.
Sneak it.
Like
well,
you
the thing is, now, that being said, when I mentioned that to her, and I said, listen, I don't think it's a nice thing to do. I think it's kind of rude. I think it's mean. I think you should wait here while I pay for the check. Don't be walking out of the restaurant. Who knows what? I mean, it's not even all about appearances, but you do think like, maybe the waiter's thinking now she's pissed off at me and he's going to come over and be like, hand me the check and go, hey, okay, see you soon. Good luck, buddy. Good luck, bro. I don't like.
Hey, is everything all right over here, man?
Exactly.
Just checking.
Okay? Yeah. You okay? Yeah, she's out, shooting a fucking needle. Yeah, she's out smoking crack right now. She's turning a trick. It just pissed me off. Right. And what do I get from that? I don't get like, okay, babe, I understand. I'll sit here and wait until you. I get this because it's an addiction. It's such an addiction, and because it works on the mind of the person that's addicted. Right. She immediately fires back with, "You've been sitting here on that fucking phone all night." And later, I got a genuine fuck you from her. Oh. I had a fuck you addressed to me personally. And I don't know.
I got one of those coming in the door, actually. Don't feel bad. Yeah. As we were walking in the door. Yeah. Just because.
But what did you say to me? For no fucking reason.
Coming from Alison.
I don't even remember what I said.
Coming from Alison,
I was kidding around.
A fuck you is way more acceptable. I would take a fuck you from Alison before I would take a you're a real shit from Carol. Absolutely. Because
you're a bastard, Joseph.
That's the way Alison talks.
Right.
And she'll talk like that. And it's known, and it's not to be taken personally. When she says fuck you,
right.
That's like
venom.
That's like that far away from I never want to see you again, you cocksucker.
Right.
That's what it is. So I didn't appreciate the fact that, she had to run out to feed this addiction. I really didn't appreciate the fact that she came back at me.
She was deflecting to take attention away from what she was doing.
That was the word I was looking for. Yeah. Well, you're the psychology major.
Yeah. Yeah. So she was putting attention
rather than
to you.
addressing the thing you just said, it was
right.
Let
she had to find wrongdoing in something that you were doing.
Yeah, but you did. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So change the attention to you.
I was the one that was wrong.
This sounds like a Dr. Drew podcast.
Well,
there's no turning
addressing couples issues, right?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the people that smokers with that smoker's addiction,
right?
They are just inherently, when it comes to that addiction and things related to it, rude.
Very defensive
and
over
rude.
there.
I mean, they will, like, if you're in the car and it's fucking -30 outside and you're driving and they need to smoke, they'll open the fucking window and freeze you out because they don't care because they have to smoke. They will stand outside at a party if it's -30 outside because they have to. They do anything to feed the addiction. I see her run outside
the front door and sit there right in the front, smoke a butt, and look at her phone. See, and now it's like, you know what? At home, not only do you smoke butts, but you smoke butts and you look at your phone. So who's fucking twice as wrong as me? And who's twice as wrong as you? Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I mean, we'll fuck later. We're going to fuck later. Well.
Makeup sex.
And for a long time. Yeah. It's not even makeup sex. It's like, it's always there. I know I'm going to, and we're both going to enjoy the shit out of it. So it's like these silly fucking arguments that
her first instinct was
maybe
to be
you
defensive.
more than her tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Over something that she knows for years. I've been like, just fucking stop him already.
Right.
Stop that shit already.
Well, the defensive probably also comes from like a shame place, in that she knows that what she's doing is bad and that you don't like it, and she was probably embarrassed on being confronted about it, because of all the reasons why she was being rude.
I'm brutal though. I mean, when it comes down to it at night, like she goes out to have a butt before bed, and she comes back to bed. I'm like, you got to shower.
Yeah,
you have to shower. You have to scope, brush your fucking teeth, douche. Do everything you have to do to make yourself not smell like a fucking butt.
Mass and gill.
That's it.
It
Pre-mixed, pre-measured, please. Disposable. I want
Mass and
a Summer's Eve.
medicated disposable
No, Summer's
douche.
Eve. Summer's Eve, pre-mixed, pre-measured, disposable douche.
Is it like
That's what our boyfriend sing. The shrimp boats are coming. Use this fucking thing. Because Jesus H.
Moonlight
Christ.
daffodils or some shit.
That's it. Fucking gargle with janitor in a drum. Do something. Just get that stink.
Yeah.
Off your hair.
It's
shave
because,
it.
like, even though
fucking shave the head.
Yeah.
Even though you used to smoke, it's like once you get to that point where you're like, I can't ever do this again. You all of a sudden you get so turned off by it that it's you can't even imagine doing it. You know?
Yeah.
It's funny because I used to be around a lot of people that smoked all the time. And the person I was seeing at the time smoked, so like all their friends smoked and everybody smoked, So it's like
douchebag.
I'd come home from wherever it is that we were, and I would just smell like, because back then you could smoke in the bars and the restaurant or anywhere. You could smoke anywhere. So I remember coming home and my clothes would just smell so bad that I actually had to take them off and like put them in the garage. Fucking house.
Or even back, remember when you were allowed to smoke in the bars,
Yeah. Oh
and
my
then
God.
you would
If you
leave
went out
these
to a
places,
bar or a club,
and
like,
you'd be
they changed that?
saturated with
I was a
stink.
pack-a-day Marlboro Red smoker, man. I smoked Marlboro Reds pack-a-day probably from the time I was 16 until about 36.
Right.
And I'm 56 now. So that's a long friggin' time to smoke a pack-a-day of Marlboro.
Shit. Right.
So how did it resolve?
How did I get it? How did I stop?
No. The argument.
The altercation.
Yeah.
I fucking stuck my nose in her lap in the car, and she got really happy. I'm kidding. She got really happy.
She got really pissed.
She forgave me. So that was it.
Wait, she forgave you?
Joseph?
No.
What?
No. We actually, right up until the minute when we saw you guys in the parking space, when we came pulling up, I said, don't even fucking say hello. Just go in. I'm going to go in. We're going to go downstairs and start recording.
Oh, wow. I never would have known.
Oh, there was I know, because we're both, see, that's the good thing about the relationship that I have with Carol. We're both very, we forgive and forget fast.
Right.
I mean, that really is key. You can't hold negative feelings toward, your significant other.
No.
That's, otherwise, they should not be your significant other.
But also, it's like really, just unhealthy to carry around all that.
But I do realize
stress and anxiety of all that bullshit.
Oh, absolutely. I do realize that I get brutal when it comes to the subject. Because I really love her. Right. I don't want to see her get sick.
Yeah.
I don't want to see her with emphysema. I don't want to see her with fucking asthma, cancer. I mean, there are a million things that that cigarette smoking will do to you. And I don't want to see that. So I almost like, you want to call it whatever, tough love. I mean, it's kind of contrived, but that's pretty much what I do. When I get pissed off enough sometimes where really I say, because all three of our kids smoke, and I say, you fucking smoked. You are the reason your kids are smoking right now. That is unfair. That is and we go at it. And we'll go at it from an intelligent
she must like flip out
perspective. I mean, we won't just make it about, I fucking, I want you to quit because I want you to quit. It's not a matter of like, it's not a control issue. It's because I really fucking care. And if there's anything I can say or do to make her stop smoking those
cancer sticks,
they kill you, man. They fucking kill you.
Yeah. You know what I used to do to my dad? I used to fucking piss him off so much. I would crush every pack of cigarettes.
I used to do that too.
Yeah.
my God.
I
And,
used to do that. My mom.
I was a kid, I'm talking maybe 70s, 80s, well, I'm fucking old.
How many times I crushed my own cigarettes?
Dude.
Just take them and twist them
but
up.
when you
throw 'em
use
out,
someone else's that are
again.
especially the brand new packs are the fucking best, man.
Yeah.
You just have that, just got that sucker fresh, and I just walk up, wherever he was, he'd be sitting at the table or wherever on the couch, I just pick it up and I'd hold it up in there, and he'd be like, "Don't do it."
Don't.
I would squeeze a little bit, be like, "Don't do it." I'm like, and then I fucking run. Why, you little?
I used to have a friend that.
I used
to have a friend that used to smoke, and I used to take the cigarettes, each one out of the pack, and write something on each one of them, like I'm killing you, don't smoke me, throw me away. Like every single one had.
She kind of, in another way, pisses me off because this is a pretty good point. I was blessed, thank you, Dad, with arteriosclerosis, which is hardening of the arteries. You can and do get blockage, and every so often I have to be checked, and I've had 2 stents implanted, so that was incentive, back in the day for quitting, and Anthony having a heart attack as well. That was we're not going to smoke anymore. Right, it goes without saying. And my dad was lifelong smoker. He started in his teens. He died at 56.
Oh shit!
But he had been smoking since his teens, and with the same, what he passed along to me genetically, he was predisposed to, of course.
Did he also have a giant saggy ball bag?
He did. Only his was twice as big as mine.
How do you know?
Because when we were little kids, we used to shower. Me, Anthony, and my dad would shower.
They'd bounce off your head like 2 softballs and
basketballs, my friend. My head was small enough that was the comparison.
In the shower. Come here, Joseph. Let me wash your head.
The ratio, like what your head would be to a basketball right now.
God.
Yeah.
That was my little boy head to my dad's ball bag.
Wow.
That's what it was. They were tremendous.
Wow. Imagine the bird bath he
not
used to
only
do.
did he curse me with his arteriosclerosis, but he blessed me with the giant ball bag. I'm very happy because I get to do my penis puppetry.
Oh my God! One of our listeners sent me a picture of penis puppetry.
Puppetry of the penis.
Yeah.
We were talking about it on.
It was the hamburger.
There's a dude that Gary was talking about.
Yeah.
That was like an off-Broadway show.
Yeah.
It's in Vegas. Is where she said
huge.
She saw
He's in
it.
Vegas.
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
She said it was hysterical.
It's got to be huge to be on a stage.
Oh my God!
penis
Could you imagine every day putting on a puppet show with your dick?
Look at this.
Great. You kidding me?
Look at this. It's
thing.
like on the stage. You can they stand on the stage naked, and
I get paid for playing with my dick.
Really?
Look at that.
The dude's just standing there holding his junk.
And that's called. She said that's the hamburger. You see, like the bun and
the
dark burger in between.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You see the light bun on the top and the bottom.
Well, I was inspired by the hamburger to do what I call the soubrette.
Oh.
Hot dog.
They have them on every corner in New York City.
Big, you see, not everyone can do that one.
Right.
You need really droopy big testicles to do that one. You do.
Is there sauerkraut on that?
They are the bun. You see? You get it?
I just got it. I thought you were using your hand.
my God.
No, you got to get yourself all worked up.
Oh, I thought you were using your
And
two
then you
hands
wrapped
like 2
it-
buns.
And then you put it up. Yeah.
Oh, you fold the bag
you
around
put the
it?
fucking dog in the bun.
Oh my God.
Wow, dude. You do have a giant
But
sack.
it's got to be very soft. It can't be like a cold day.
Right.
Contrary. You can't do it on a cold day.
Right.
You need to have a really warm day when you're naturally
flaccid.
The texture of like Turkish taffy on an Atlantic City boardwalk in the summer. That's what you got to do.
You actually think about these things comparing
I do.
your nutsack skin to a piece of saltwater taffy.
Liquid balls, they call me. Liquid balls.
Wow.
Next time I go to Atlantic City, I'll be sure to get a box of that.
This girl that sent it to me, her name is Stacy Baxter. She said they come out, remove their capes, and they're completely naked. They said this is the longest a woman will stare at a penis in her lifetime. It was oddly entertaining. I was laughing so hard I was crying. Oh, it's at the Erotic Heritage Museum in Las Vegas. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah, Gary said this. They've been doing this show for a long stretch, right?
Imagine if they had a female version of that. How many different acts could they do? This one is the tunnel. This one, okay, wait, that was, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I call this one the cave. Oh, this is a good one. This one, okay. Oh, wait, okay, this is the glacier.
Oh, God.
The chasm.
Oh, God. Yeah, like you
Wow,
get it.
man.
How many things could you come up with to do it?
We call this one the earthquake.
And what if you see a hot chick in the audience, right? Like, and you start
a boner
to
could totally fuck up penis.
Totally
of the
ruin
Oh
the
yeah,
show.
that would
Tree of the penis.
Well, they got to have some sort of like plan B for when that happens.
Well, you
'cause
gotta, like,
sometimes that
take
shit just
Vicodin or
happens on
something,
its
right?
own. You don't have any control over, it, right? I mean, how many times you like that happen just for no reason at all? You're like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, normally I don't mind. It was like, oh, hey, how you doing?
That's
Yeah. But if you're on stage in front of like hundreds of people,
no
or,
reason.
wow.
They used to happen a lot more when I was a kid. But
Dude, do you know that's happened to me a few times? Like when you go up to the chalkboard, like a teacher calls you up to write something on the board. I can remember it was like as a kid one time going up to the chalkboard, and I had like this raging wood, just like
How old were you?
pushing the whole front of my
How old
pants
were
out.
you?
I don't know, like 12.
Okay, because the
13.
last episode when we were talking, you said by
14.
like 13, 14, and you said you had full man dick.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Like when you're a teenager, you go into puberty, right? For a guy, I mean, like you start developing, like I would say your junk is probably proportionate to the size of your body, but your body is not as big as it is now.
But he said he was as big as he is now when he was like 14.
I think probably 14.
Oh, because we were talking about the teacher, the hot female teacher child molesters.
14,
Yeah.
Right? They're all hot.
right?
God bless each and every one.
Right?
I know.
Right? I would say probably 14, 15.
So I was saying, why would a female teacher want to fuck
do you
a
think about
student
that?
that
Right.
young?
I think everybody, of course, kids. I mean, they will develop at different times,
Right.
But it's
I mean, your body
entirely
keeps on
possible.
growing, but your junk eventually stops. It's
We
like,
knew this guy in East when I went to school with Boomer Esiason. I was in East Islip High School, grade school,
Right.
with Boomer.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
And
that.
and there was another kid. His last name was Kubek. I can't remember his first name, but he was another one of the big sports guys,
Right.
and he was a full fucking man at 14. He had a full beard,
Right.
mustache, and goddamn the biggest fucking cock I'd ever seen to that point. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And the guy wasn't even black.
Right, in the
He's a
locker
white
room.
dude. He's a white dude.
Dude, let me tell you something. I wrestled my whole life, right? So starting at like 6th grade all the way through college. So I've spent many, many years in locker rooms and showers and whatnot. And I could tell you that, guys fully develop, but like definitely when you're, I would say, like, just like you're saying, like, guys would look like full-blown men when I was in high school.
Right.
Like, I remember now, and I've seen, like, kids now, like, even, like my son's friends and stuff, I don't know, they just seem, like, maybe they're feeding them something different, but I can, like, when I was in school, I remember, like, dudes that were in my class, even me, like, when we were seniors, we were, like, way more developed, like, like, full muscular bodies, beards, the whole deal,
Right.
as seniors. And, like, you don't see that much now with kids.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do certain types of hormones that are introduced into foods, like certain types of
good point.
processed foods.
Yeah.
What happens is,
were
and
pumping
it
us
seems
full of steroids in the
what's
80s.
happening is, and this I've noticed because
great.
of Carol's granddaughter Lil.
Right.
She's 8, no, she's 9 now, and she's already like starting to develop. I mean, you could tell like she's starting to get a
Training bra.
girl's body. Yeah. I mean, which is really odd because it just like you were saying, it's the opposite way with guys.
Yeah.
They seem like way more underdeveloped now
Yeah.
than they were even when we were kids.
Right.
I think maybe it's some type of hormone that develops women, like like an estrogen.
Oh
or
yeah, because of this, but like with silk, soy milk,
Right.
and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's estrogen in
that,
there.
that
and
could very well
Maybe
be
the
that.
sure.
government's
And
putting
that
some shit
and that
in our
prevents guys. It like keeps down the testosterone count. I mean, if they're drinking soy milk, it's not supposed to be good for you.
You know, it probably is like some government fucking conspiracy thing going on. Like
Keep
they're
the men
putting some
weak.
shit in our
They
fucking
want the men
water.
weak and the women with
Right.
big tits.
They're
That's what
making
they
the
want.
girls more fertile at certain
They want
times,
all-
depending
exactly.
upon the population.
They
if
want
they got to
all the
thin out the
fucking men to
population.
remain boys, and all the women to grow up real quick, so they can all
That sounds like some.
So all the guys in the
funky,
know will have their pick.
It sounds like some kind of sci-fi movie, right? Like Soylent Green or some shit.
Right.
It's like something.
Solid greener people.
It's people.
People.
You never saw that movie.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Soylent Green. It was a movie about when the Earth was running out of food, so they started making like this soy product out of human beings that died.
Yeah, like nobody told you that though. So like they're handing out all these soy patties, and everybody's like eating all this.
No, that was that movie that we also watched where they were on the train. There was the Fruit World froze, and they were on that train that went around, right?
Yeah.
And there was like the rich people had the most of the train, and then all the poor people.
Everybody's lived on the
slaves, and the slaves were in the back of the train, and then they would give them these bars to eat, and it turned out it was like the recycled humans.
They're people.
Yeah. It was like that Twilight Zone, To Serve Man. You remember that one? It was about the aliens that come down, and it's like they're here to serve man. To serve man, we figured it out. It's a cookbook. To serve man. That was awesome.
That's great.
I introduced my daughter to the first Twilight Zone, her first Twilight Zone ever, a couple of nights ago.
Wow.
And she's 7, but she's quick, she's bright. So it was like it was one of the ones. It was the first one, actually, episode 1 of season 1 of the Twilight Zone, and it was the one where the guy was in a 5x5 booth. He was like a test subject for flight to the moon. It was like before we went to the moon, obviously.
Right.
And he was in that room for 2.5 weeks, and he started imagining that he was in this town where there were no people, and it drove him crazy. Like, you see him the whole episode running around this town, and then he's at one point he's sitting there just crying, banging on a wall in this town, and they flash to where he really is in this little room, being isolated for 2.5 weeks. It's like, the poor guy was in that room for 2.5 weeks, all alone, nothing, no one to talk to, no human contact. That's what happens, I guess. And in the meantime, now it's like, people go up on the space station, a couple of them alone for like months at a clip. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I can remember Twilight Zone episodes when I was a kid, man. Like, that's like still like black and white TV back in, back in the day, man. Remember? It used to come on every night. I think at like 11 o'clock or whatever. And then after that, you'd get like that dee. It was like that crazy looking symbol and like the T. That's it. It would just be blacked out for the rest of the night. No more TV on that channel.
Always great ones. There was Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Wow, I'm fucking old, dude.
One Step Beyond. One Step Beyond was another like creepy, really good, like Twilight Zone-esque kind of a show. Twilight Zone, of course. Then and then you had the Outer Limits. Outer Limits were ass kicking. Yeah, that was a really.
That's
good
like
show.
a modern day Twilight Zone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
What's this?
Hey, what do you got?
Nice cups of tea.
Oh, you are awesome.
How about a nice hot cup of tea?
That's so sweet.
What's up, Carol?
Thank you.
Oh, you're the best.
So like a nice. Oh, look, she saved the last one for me. This is the one with arsenic. Honey, it smells great.
Thanks, Carol. That's awesome.
Smells
Was
really
there any
good.
tequila in mine?
That was so savvy.
We were just talking about that tequila episode when I was slurring my words.
Yeah, when you fed him all that tequila
Toppage.
before we recorded.
Toppage.
Yeah, slurred his speech up.
So hi to everybody, Carol.
Green tea. That's my girl. That's my girl, Carol.
Wow. Hold on a second. Let me sample this tea here.
Yeah.
What? Yell louder, honey.
Peanut butter cookies?
Peanut butter cookies?
Yes, please.
What do you got? You got?
Okay,
you
just burnt my
making
tongue.
cookies? No.
Holy fucking shit, that's hot.
Yeah, that's way hot. See.
Holy fucking shit, I just put my tongue on fire.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I love a mouthful of seared flesh.
Oh, God. You know,
Joe's about to pass out from whatever poison was put in his
That's
tea.
it. Carol.
Hey, Joseph, you
Carol
take...
dosed
No.
me.
You take this one, Joseph.
she turned the whole tray around and made sure
it'll be
that
a
he
creepy
reached for
scene
that
later,
one.
later. It'll be like, one of those drugs that doesn't affect you for like an hour.
Yeah,
And
right.
later on, I'll be laying in bed, and all of a sudden, I'll go like numb, completely like paralyzed.
Yeah.
And all I see is Carol's face standing over me going, see, I told you you shouldn't mess with
Remember
my
when
cigarettes?"
you gave me a hard time because I wanted to go out and smoke my
Smoke a
cigarettes?
cigarette?
You see, Joseph,
Remember?
next time you'll keep your fucking mouth shut.
Well, maybe. No. Not even. Then she'll be like, well, maybe next time you'll think about it before you say anything. Just maybe.
Dude, you do a really good Carol.
I know.
Oh, wait. That's if you live through this. Okay. Good night, babe.
You bastard.
Yeah.
Well,
Love my
I
girl.
wanted to make sure that because I wanted to reward our listeners for responding to our Facebook messages asking for their questions. So there's some questions that people wanted to ask you. So I don't know if you have any tips that you wanted to give, but
well, let's do some questions and we'll turn them into the Skip's tips.
All right, let's get ready.
How about that?
When helping people with their homes, they call Skip Bedell.
You want to avoid a headache and save money, he's the man to talk to. Skip Bedell.
Am I reading these or you reading these?
Well, I have some.
Whoa.
I have the teleprompter.
Oh
Skip,
my God.
how big
This is like the smorgasbord of we have. Hold on, what is this? She
Well,
brought
those
down?
are the small, like the little nib-sized
The
peanut
peanut
butter
yeah.
wafer cookie,
the
the
peanut butter
sandwich cookies.
And then those are these like nut and kind of like yogurt.
Nature Valley.
Those are Nature Valley granola bars. Those
Yeah.
are awesome.
I don't know if I can eat anything now because I totally burnt my tongue.
I buy,
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I totally burnt my tongue.
I buy those by the crate in over at BJ's wholesale.
Man, that's good.
Yeah. So then I'll ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Josh Liebman asked, if you just had a new sliding door put in and now when it rains, the inside floor on one side gets wet, what is the proper fix? It's a concrete floor base with tile on top. The contractor keeps throwing more foam at the bottom outside, and seems to think it will fix it. I have my doubts.
Yeah. Okay. There's a couple reasons why it could be leaking, but most likely it was not flashed properly around the bottom of that door. So when you put the door in, it needs to be installed on a pan, and it also needs to have silicone along the bottom of that door to seal it up. And if those things weren't done, it's going to allow the water to sneak in underneath that door sill. There's probably an aluminum door sill, I'd imagine, on that sliding door. Most of them have that, depending upon the brand, or they might be vinyl coated. But underneath that plate of metal, that sill, it's sitting on top of your concrete slab. Typically, we will have a pan that goes underneath that is mounted up along the studs and sits underneath the door, and it has like a piece of flashing, like a lip that comes up behind it that prevents the water from coming underneath it. In addition to that, we also put a couple of beads of silicone underneath that. So moisture should not be coming in under the door. So I'm thinking that he didn't install the door properly, and he's trying to throw some foam at it now instead of just taking it out and reinstalling it the right way. So I would...
When he says contractor, I'm thinking he means handyman.
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking you should give him us his name. And maybe we'll get him on the show. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. So,
It sounds like it wasn't installed properly.
thank you. James Norton said, I put some holes in my walls at my apartment hanging shelves. Spackle advice, please. I'm scared they will charge a lot when I move out next month.
Yeah, you can get some quick dry spackle. They'll sell it usually in the paint department of any of the hardware stores or your big box stores, and the stuff sets up real quick. It actually even comes with an applicator, which looks like a spackle knife if you don't have a spackle knife. This stuff is already pre-mixed in the container. You wipe it off, wipe it on rather, and then just take it right off with that applicator, and it'll leave just a smooth finish. Most of the time, you don't even have to sand it. If you do, just go back with a sponge afterwards after it dries, and that'll fill in the hole. Assuming that you don't have like major damage, major dents and holes. And if that's the case, then you'll probably have to put a patch over it. But if they're just like nail holes, you should be able to get away with that.
Cool. What do you got on your end?
I
over
have
there?
all kinds of stuff on here. People ask me all kinds of
Oh,
questions.
good.
Let me see what we got
Hit
going
it.
on here. All right. We got Michelle Mertz.
Love
She
you,
says-
Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle's awesome, man. She's always right. We love her. Her and Curtis. What's up, Curtis?
Hey, what's up, Quana?
Oh, yeah.
Love me some Quana.
All right, Michelle Mertz. They say that our back door has a rubber seal at the bottom that is starting to deteriorate. Is this something that we can easily remove and replace, or will it require removal of the whole door, etc.? Okay. In most cases, the easiest way to get off the weather stripping that comes factory installed on the bottom of your exterior entry door, you're going to need to take the door off the hinges, which is really just a matter of popping out the 3 or 4 hinges, the pins, and taking the door off. Lay the door on a set of horses, or you can even, just set it up on its edge, and you'll be able to see the bottom of that door has a weather stripping piece that, from the picture that you sent me, and most stores have this set up now, they have either 2 or 3 fins. They kind of look like a compression fin. It's like a thin, narrow tab that has a bunch of little fins on it, and they press up inside of the slots They fit right inside of a slot that holds that compression fin in. So if you put a screwdriver underneath one end or something flat that you can pry up one end of it, you should be able to peel that whole strip right off the door. In most cases, you can go to like a Depot or Lowe's or whatever, and in the door and window section, you'll find weather stripping and, door seals. And you'll find one that matches what you have there. If not, you can look on the edge of the door, on the hinge side of the edge of the door. There should be a manufacturer's label. Go right online to their website, and you can find a replacement weather stripping for the bottom of that door. Now, for some reason, if you have a problem and you can't find that, they also make aftermarket, which kind of look like a U-shaped channel. They just slide right onto the bottom of the door, and you set a couple of screws in it. It all comes in a package, so probably about $15, and that will be a replacement weather stripping for the bottom of your door. There you go.
Thank you on behalf of Michelle.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully that'll do the job for you. And if not, just shoot me a text, and I'll help you out a little further on that.
Word up.
Yeah.
Got anything else?
I do.
Good.
Yeah, I do. I got, let's see, Brett 6. What's going on, Brett? What is the best way to apply a water sealer to a wooden porch or deck? All right. So first thing you want to do when you're applying sealer to your deck, you want to make sure that the wood is actually in the right condition to absorb the water. So the best way to do that is do like a water test on the deck. Take a little bit of water, drop it on the deck. If the water soaks right into the wood, then that's a good time to do it. If it beads up at all on the wood, that means that the wood might not be ready to have a new sealer applied to it. Either it has a previous one that's still kind of doing the job, or sometimes even if you have a new wood deck, right from the factory, right when they cut that wood, especially if it's pressure treated, it's going to have some chemicals in there that will kind of prevent the water from getting into it. You're going to need to let that dry out. So if it's a freshly installed deck, give it a couple of weeks, let it dry out in the sun. Anyway, once the water is absorbing into that, then you can apply the sealer or stain, whatever it is that you're putting on your deck, either with a roller. Also, a spray applicator works really good, like the pump sprayers. Those work great to apply sealer onto the deck. Either way, you want to get an even coat. Excess.
You're a pump sprayer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I am a pump sprayer. Pump and spray. Pump and squirt.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Thanks for distracting me and getting me off course there. Good job. Yeah. When you're applying that sealer, it's better to do 2 thin coats rather than 1 heavy coat. So you should not ever let it puddle up on the wood. If you see it puddling, you're putting too much on. Make sure when you're doing that also that you cover up all your plants and shrubs around the surrounding deck, either with plastic, or you might want to wet them even with a hose to prevent the sealer from damaging the plants. All right, let's see. I got time maybe for another one here.
Yep.
If we want to do a wood accent wall and
whose question?
Oh, sorry. This is Karen Laub.
We have to reward everybody for reaching out, like we asked them to, so they're going to give them a shout out.
Karen Laub Mollis D'Antona. Hey,
Okay.
All right then. Yeah. What's up, Karen? All right, we want to do a wood accent wall and ceiling inside our tray ceiling. Do we have to treat the wood, or we may need to make a subfloor wall or ceiling? I'm not sure what they mean by the subfloor wall or ceiling, but if you're doing wood on the inside, like an application of tongue and groove, let's say a cedar or a knotty pine or whatever it is you're installing on the walls or on the ceiling, if it's inside the house, it doesn't have to be treated. It's not exposed to the sun and the elements and the rain and things like that. Of course, if you want to stain it and put on something that's going to, change the appearance of the wood, that's a different story. But as far as actually treating it, you don't have to. Some people like to use just a raw wood, even like a rough sawn wood, on interior applications, depending upon if you want it to look rustic or, if you wanted to fit in with a color scheme. So, but as far as treating the wood on the interior, not necessary. She did send me a picture with it, and I can see what you got going on. This really,
tongue and groove and wood.
Tongue, groove, and wood. You guys are so filthy. Oh my god! I'll leave it up to you two to figure out something else there. What else do I got here? You got anything else there for me, wifey?
I do not.
You ever see that chick, that porno chick, wifey?
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, wifey.
Every time you call her wifey, I'm like, oh, if you guys only knew.
Oh, really?
I'll show you after.
Porno chick online called wifey?
She is...
She's the ultimate MILF for what?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Really?
She got me through many, many nights where I was just all alone.
Ooh.
All alone kind of nights.
All right, then. Well, here's a question for Joe. When is Joe putting in the gun range?
I'd love to have one down
Yeah,
here.
if you only had room
I actually
down here.
do of sorts. You know, I have my. I bought Red Ryder. You know, BB gun.
Oh yeah, the BB gun
for my daughter.
You could
for
shoot
Christmas.
that down the basement.
Oh, absolutely. I have a little trap. You got to see. I have a trap with varmint.
Oh, the little backdrop.
With little like varmint targets, and I have zombie targets.
That's
she loves the
awesome.
zombie targets. That was something she really
Oh my
did.
God, that's great. Let me see. All right, here's Harold Worthington. When you're hammering a nail and you miss the nail and hit your finger, what do you say?
Oh, God.
Yeah, something along the lines of that. Fuck!
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I don't really even remember the last time I did that, and that's something that you don't soon forget, so it had to be a really long time ago, but I can tell you when that happens, no matter how severe it is, even if it's not really a full-on hit, oh my God, that fucking hurts. I mean, you talk about seeing stars and hearing bells ring and like, you know, yeah. That's one of those really, really super bad
with that purple fingernail. That
you know when you do something,
you
hurt yourself so bad that it doesn't even hurt for the first second or so.
Yeah. And then you know it's coming.
You know there's going to be this wave of pain.
Like when a baby falls.
Oh, no.
Right? You're like a little toddler walking. Yeah. You're like, wait for it.
The screaming kid, right?
You know, we haven't introduced Joe to our new segment.
Oh, what's that?
When I have some random thoughts.
Oh, your random thoughts.
They're just random thoughts that go through my head.
Allison's brain is working overtime. Could be while she's driving or standing in line. So what is she thinking? What goes through her thoughts? Is it something profound or fucking just pissed her off? You ready for random thoughts? You ready for random thoughts?
There you go.
That sounds like Johnny fucking Bravo.
Yeah,
right?
man.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
cool,
that
right?
was
really
Rich
good.
Banks.
That's your intro.
Sometimes I
This
just
is like
wanna-
you're walking around, you're in
Yeah,
the
this is
car,
easier.
whatever. So
Yeah,
just
this-
before it leaves your mind forever, you just record
I just need
it.
to record it. So
I should start doing
and
that.
I don't
Dude.
even
I would
remember.
have some pretty crazy shit on my phone.
Yeah, I don't even remember what they are. I just have them listed as random thoughts on my phone. So I don't know. It could be anything. So let's see what this one is.
Traffic
Why
jam.
the fuck did the police right at the side of the road? That was the traffic jam.
I don't know why they were skipping, but yeah, why the fuck are the police at the side of the road? They're just sitting there like there's fucking traffic jam. It's rush hour. It's like the traffic's not moving, and it's because every fucking asshole's slowing down because the cops at the side of the road.
Well,
it's
you're
their
the one.
fault.
You're the one on the job over here. Why don't you fill us in? Why are they doing that?
She's not in traffic.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm not in traffic.
Yeah.
It's because they're causing the traffic jam. It's like they're the one. Like the traffic would be moving if not for the fact that they're sitting there in plain sight.
The worst thing is when you're in the HOV
rubberneckers.
lane. You're in the far left, the high occupancy vehicle lane, and it's moving along just fine
Until you get behind a fucking Prius that's doing 40.
No, that's bad. But I usually just duck
I
around
want
the
to
right
kick
of
those
them and
people
pass
in the
them anyway.
ass. If you own a Prius and you do 40 in the HOV,
Yeah,
I'm going to find you and I'm going to kick you right in the nuts.
Yeah.
Fuck. Fucking hate those people. Why are you in the HOV doing 40 miles an hour? Get the fuck out.
Even worse.
I got someplace to be, man.
At least you can pass that. This is when it's like rush hour. There's a lot of people in the HOV lane, and when the regular lanes start slowing down for traffic, the motherfuckers in the HOV start hitting their brakes.
I know, fucking assholes.
Son of a bitch!
What the fuck?
I'm talking about right. That is a what the fuck. I'm talking about actually slowing down the fucking HOV lane, which has no reason to slow down.
No reason. Right.
It's like 5 cars. I could see 5 cars and then 3 fucking miles. Of nothing.
Why are
Nothing.
your brake lights on?
The motherfucker that hit their brakes
God.
first, I
Throw a hammer at their car.
I want to put. No, just paintballs. I want to shoot a couple of
You
fucking
need to take a paintball gun.
My ex used to keep pennies in her car. And then when somebody would be an asshole and she'd finally get in front of them, she'd throw pennies out the window.
I'll tell you what works, man. You know what works really
Golf
good?
balls work great.
Marbles.
Ball bearings.
Oh, yeah.
Ball bearings, yeah.
Oh,
I used to keep a couple of those on my motorcycle, like 1-inch diameter steel ball bearings. And people try to cut you off and shit. Just throw one of those fuckers over your shoulder. Anything that hits on the car, it's
We're
going
not
to be...
advocating doing any of this.
Yeah, don't do this.
Okay, what's the next
Do
one?
what I say, not what I do.
Right.
Oh, wait, I am saying it. Just disregard everything I just
Why
said.
don't people whiten their teeth?
What?
Why don't people whiten their teeth? It just baffles my mind, and I'm glad that Joe's got good teeth because I would have really been embarrassed if he didn't. People like Crest white strips have been out for a while, and they fucking work. It's not like the 70s.
Tooth whitening actually is pretty expensive.
It's very expensive, but those Crest white strips
right over the counter. That's what I use. Even you're right.
I introduced you to them.
They're not expensive,
and they fucking work.
They work.
There is no reason.
May I
go for it?
So I usually am when it comes to stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I do believe in having nice white teeth, but if you've had like a decent dental program your whole life,
right.
You've been brushing, right. And if you go for cleanings once, twice a year, that keeps them pretty white. I've never whitened my teeth, right. So they are a little bit darker than they would normally. Like I can make them bright white, but I have never had a tooth sensitivity issue.
Wow. And you never had a toothache?
Oh, I got a toothache. Yeah, but I'm talking about like I'm talking about can you take an ice cube and chew on it?
I've got some issues in a couple of teeth in the back. Yeah.
Never had a problem with it. And the reason is they say that whitening takes away from the enamel. It just takes the smallest little bit off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it definitely doesn't. If you leave it on too long, you don't take it off, you definitely feel the pain the next day.
It will definitely make your
teeth a lot.
Your teeth sensitive for sure.
Smile.
Yeah, it'll make them sensitive.
But absolutely does make them sensitive.
Well, the white strips only really get like the portion in the front that you can really see. They don't get the back teeth like when you go and get the professional treatments.
My dentist told me the better way to go is with the professional treatments. It does it more slowly, and it might not make them as white.
I had that done. It fucking hurt like hell for days.
I had that done too, where they make the trays. They fit your mouth with the tray, and you have the injectable shit. This gel you squirt into it.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. I was in so much pain from that shit because like it's intense. Like the percentage of the actual active ingredient that's in it is very strong when you get it from the dentist.
Like peroxide.
Yeah, it's very strong. So it's higher than it is like you get on the over-the-counter.
What I'm talking about is that, like, every once in a while I'll talk to somebody who's like a normal looking person, clean, nice hair, but their teeth look like they're made out of wood. Like there's no
George Washington.
$50, in the CVS you can get Crest white strips. They work. Go on eBay, they work. They work. Use them for a week. You get the intensive whitening. That's what we use. It's like 7 strips in the box. It's intensive whitening, professional.
Yeah, they're super
results.
affordable. So the whole, because a lot of people really can't afford it, and there's even been times where I'm like, I'm not spending that much money on it. And then when those things came out, I'm like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
I used to hang out with a stripper. She had the whitest teeth I ever came across.
That's awesome. All right, here's another one.
Freshly whitened.
The whitest teeth I ever came across.
A knit fucking yarmulke in the freezing cold.
Oh my God, dude! The other day we were walking in the city, right? We were just like bouncing from it was fucking freezing, right? Snow's about ready to fall. It was like minutes before the blizzard's going to start. We were just finishing up some meetings in the city. And we see this guy walking with this little kid. I mean, like it had to be maybe like 6 or 7.
Yeah,
little
like
kid,
6
right?
or 7.
Holding him by the hand and almost like dragging the fucking kid, right? So the kid's got on like a very light little like windbreaker looking jacket. And meanwhile, this guy, the dad, has on full blown like winter coat, right? He's got a little light jacket, neck fully exposed, and he's got on like a little woven beanie. Like
it's a knit yarmulke.
I saw those two. I saw them in the city. I'm dead serious.
I'm thinking the dad looks really warm. The kid's got the kid.
Why not put a hat on the kid?
So
the kid actually
cold.
stopped. The kid actually stopped and asked his dad. Said, "Dad, can I borrow $50?" And the father said, $30. What do you need $20 for?
Dude, all I know is this kid looked like he was freezing his ass off, man. And I'm thinking, I can't. It was really funny because I thought that to myself, and then like a block later, you go to me and you go, "Did you see that guy dragging that kid with no hat on?" And
okay. So the purpose of the yarmulke, I'm not really very religious, but I know that it's to cover your head for a religious purpose,
right?
So wouldn't an actual warm hat perform the same purpose, especially in freezing weather? And isn't the warmth of your kid's head more
keep the
important?
Yarmulke on as a liner.
You can put the yarmulke on underneath the hat, and you still got the barrier between.
God knows you're wearing it.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Why would you have your kid wearing a fucking yarmulke? And by the way, the fact that it's a knit yarmulke doesn't make it any more warm.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's kind of like a knit hat, right? Like that's what you wear when you're cold.
Barely. It covered his bald spot that he didn't have. What the hell was that?
It's so funny that you were thinking the same thing as me, like a block lady. Like, can you believe that kid? Like, because that kid, I mean, because we both noticed it, he was fucking freezing, man.
It shocked me that
the kid was so cold, his teeth were chattering. I'm like, put a hat on the kid.
Yeah, it's just shocking that parents are so irresponsible. It just really disgusts me.
So we had the same random thoughts, and I just didn't record mine.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
We are one.
There you go.
Want another one?
Guess what I'm thinking right now?
I know what you're thinking about. All right, shut up.
What is the thinking behind not popping a pimple that is so ready to be popped?
Really?
You ever talk to somebody and they got like a big poppable pimple on their face and like, what the fuck? Did you not notice that? Don't you feel that? Like, why happen? Why do you know what I mean? There's a big difference between looking at a ready pimple and one that's just like a red, blemish.
What's disgusting is when you see somebody with a pimple that's gone to the stage of whitehead.
That's what I'm talking about.
This big white, pustule, pus-filled pus.
Yes.
It's a Peter Papa.
That's what I'm talking about. Why would somebody leave it in that stage?
It's the pus pockets. Dude, that's a new Saturday Night Live fucking
I think that's going to be the name. That's going to be the name of tonight's podcast.
Pus pockets.
Pus pockets.
Dude, that sounds so horribly disgusting. Fucking pus pocket.
So disgusting.
Can you do it at that pitch? Wait, can you go pus pockets?
Pus pockets.
1, 2, 3. Pus pockets. Yeah. That was awesome. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. Pus pockets.
Wow, 3-part harmony on that. Holy crap.
Somebody isolate that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't understand what the thinking is behind that. Like when you look in the mirror, are you thinking it looks better with that white on it, or it looks better than if you popped it? Like, what is the thinking?
Well,
why wouldn't you?
You could take a look at me, and under my beard, you could see why people don't pop pimples. And I know because as a kid, I had horrible skin.
Oh, so did I.
Terrible skin.
I did too.
Well, scars. I mean, you're gorgeous, but you see little tiny pock marks.
Yeah.
It happens. I could tell Skip was one of those guys, never had a pimple in his
No, I'm not talking about
I did.
I'm just talking about like when you got
but I'm not, not like crazy bad.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I had bad.
I mean, it's a whole other condition.
Down in here.
I mean, I was on Accutane for a while. It was so bad. I used to have really bad cystic acne. It was bad.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like when you just have a pimple and it's like ready to pop.
I had one on the side of my nose the other day. I was like,
I hate that. Oh my God. When you get that one right on the edge of your nose.
It was a pus pocket.
One more time, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Pus pockets. I had to get rid of it.
It fucking hurt, man.
You know what I used to do?
If you try to squeeze that thing, you're like, ah.
What about blackheads? Blackheads were always freaked me out because I kept I'm a clean guy. I always washed my face. I was like very proactive when it came to like keeping my face clean. And you would, as a kid, you just got to get a fucking blackhead. There would be sometimes like you got a blackhead in the crease of your nose.
Right in the sides there.
And the only way to get it would be to take a fucking bobby pin. And you use the loop end of a bobby pin and just like press on it. It's like it's the poor man's blackhead extractor.
No, I was always the two fingers always worked good for me. Oh God,
it was hard, but no, but if I mean, back then you had pretty good vision too, so I could get close to the mirror and see exactly what this little white pussy party snake,
oh God,
like squirming out of my fucking nose crease.
Snake,
a little party snake squirming out of your nose crease through a fucking black bobby pin. It would be like it looked like an inchworm with a black head.
You use like
it looked like a little Obama inchworm. It was goddamn disgusting.
Wow, man. This is disgusting. Wow. If you use like both fingers, there's like a bunch of them coming out at one time.
Piece of shit.
Oh God.
A Democratic liberal piece of fucking pussy worm. God, they're coming out of my face.
What was the thing?
Pus pockets.
Ready? Here we go.
Pus pockets. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Pus pockets.
What was the thing with the what was it? Play-Doh or whatever that you put through the machine that comes out in a bunch of little squiggly Play-Doh.
Yeah,
It was like
the Play-Doh
an
Fun
indication of
Factory.
things to
The
come.
Fun Factory.
The Play-Doh Fun Factory.
Factory, yeah. You stick the thing of Play-Doh.
It's like a little fucking miniature Play-Doh Fun Factory coming out of the crease of your fucking nose. This little white fucking party snake with a black head on it.
Wow, a white party snake with a black head on it. All right.
Yeah, so I'm just going to let y'all know, if you happen to end up with a big pimple and it's ready to pop, people, pop it.
Pop it.
Pop it. It's not better to leave it. It's not.
Just pop it.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Just pop it.
We are so stupid.
So here's what you get when you tune into Hammer and Nails. A bunch of fucking babbling idiots talking about popping pimples. That's great.
Oh, my God.
This one went fast, kids.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
It went really
Are
fast.
we out of time
It did.
already?
We're looking at a 70-minute podcast.
Holy crap. Are you guys happy you tuned in for the extra 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, now that we're at 70 minutes, we want to remind everybody about hammerandnailspodcast.com, where you can listen to all the episodes, but you can also visit our website at the same address. And if you happen to go on the main homepage, you can also get that Amazon banner, which we implore you to bookmark on your internet browser. And when you shop at Amazon, please do it through our link, because that helps us out a lot. Free podcast, and it costs money, and it helps us out a lot.
Absolutely. Check all that stuff out, man.
Also, if you're digging us, really go to iTunes and please give us a 5-star rating. And if you feel so inclined, write us a brief positive review. If you don't
say something
like,
nice.
Yeah, say something nice. And if you don't like what you're listening to, don't bother.
Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, just keep it to your fucking self. Keep your mouth shut. But really, it helps us out a lot too if you go to iTunes. If you're listening right now on iTunes, it's that much easier for you to just click on it and give us a good rating as soon as you're finished listening today.
Joe, you got anything you want to plug, man? Your show coming up this tonight, actually, right?
It's the first time out. It's going to be like basically a glorified dress, not even a dress rehearsal, just a rehearsal. We're going out and doing the Jimi Hendrix show.
But it's actually going to be on the day that this pod is released. It's Friday.
It's tonight, actually. Yeah, Friday.
It's in Babylon, Long Island, New York, on Carl Road, Carll.
What's the name of the place?
It's a place called Bartini Bar.
Oh, yeah, I heard
All
about
right.
the place.
Called
It's a fun
Bartini
little
Bar.
place, right?
It used to be the old Jugs place.
Oh.
Jugs place.
Oh. Yeah, there you go.
Never heard of it.
I think I was probably there on more than one occasion.
All I know is that's going to be a great show. You're doing Jimmy, and also you said you were Stevie Ray for this show.
Actually, we're just going to do the Jimmy
Just the
portion.
Jimmy stuff. Cool.
Yeah, we're going to do like the whole Are You Experienced record.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
So you can follow Joe on Facebook.
I am on Facebook, Joseph Cumia, Cumia, and I recently had to start a new a fan page because I reached my 5,000 friend max.
Cool. Yeah, I'm almost there too. And I think what I'm going to do is also convert it all to the fan page, because then you can't accept friends anymore.
Can you?
Oh, yeah. You can convert your entire friend page
I had no
to
idea.
your fan page.
You gotta
And
show
then
me how to do
everybody
that.
who's your friend will now be a follower on your fan page.
I'm working on 10,000 on my Twitter. I'm up to about 9,300.
Wow, nice. Dude.
And I need about another 700 before I reach 10 grand.
Well,
And
the good news is that we're on Twitter also. So if y'all are listening, we don't have as many followers as Joe does apparently. So you can follow us on Twitter.
No one likes us.
How long have you been on Twitter?
We just got on it
a year and a half.
I've been on
2
Twitter
years,
for about since its inception.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Long time.
Well, you're just a more likable guy.
No.
Yeah.
That
So
I can tell you.
We could really use some more Twitter followers and Facebook as well, and Instagram. We're on all of it. So you guys find us online.
At Alison Bedell, ALISON.
I wish you had your axe plugged in, man, because I say play us out.
We'll do that. We'll do that one night.
We should definitely do that sometime.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'd love for people to hear the sample of some, because you are just an amazing guitar player.
Thank you, sir.
Unbelievable.
Thanks very, very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And with that in mind,
You're all so kind. Thank you. Has anyone seen my glasses?
please follow us online. Please go to our website, check it out, and don't forget the Amazon banner. And most importantly, do not forget we love you and appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening.
Love you guys. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Just pop it.
One more time. You ready on 3?
1, 2, 3.
Just pop it.
That was the best one yet.
This is Carolla Digital.